feeding on these flowers. Can you see them? There are a couple of them. They're super cute. This is not my normal spot today that I usually sit. It's very sunny, as you can see. It's early in the morning. Well, not that early. But I was walking up. My normal spot is up there. I'll show you. See, kind of that way. You can kind of see it, but if you don't know what you're looking at, then you wouldn't be able to tell. And these are the beauties that I was called to this morning. I was walking up the hill, and actually I think I'm going to keep walking while I take this because I think I'm done right here. I think I just had to see the bee. Anyway, I was walking up the hill and I started looking for four-leaf clovers because I noticed that there were clovers there, and so I was looking for them because I always used to be able to find them as a kid. I have a friend who is very, very fairy, and she could see four-leaf clovers from the back of her horse. She would just look down and see them and then jump off and pick them. And when I was a kid, I had such a collection of four-leaf clovers. I would put them on my bedside table and dry them out, and so I would have a ton of these four-leaf clovers. I'm realizing that the light is kind of weird in this video. You probably can't see anything. Okay, that's better. Maybe, perhaps. Anyway, and now as an adult, I can't find them. I think it's just one of those weird things. So I asked the little patch of clover, which I had never seen before until right now, to give me a four-leaf clover, and I didn't find one. So I'm gonna wait. I think I eventually will. When I was camping in the Tetons with Mike Cleland, the author of Ultralight Backpacking Tips, when we were ultralight camping together, one day we were close to being out of water, and I asked the earth if we could have a spring, because I really didn't like putting in those anti-whatever tablets that taste like chlorine and are just ugh, yucky. And sure enough, within maybe 10 or 15 minutes of walking, we found this gigantic, awesome living spring with all these beautiful green moss patches growing in it and stuff. So I find that communicating with the earth, it's like anything. Two things. One, whatever you love loves you back. And two, when you communicate with stuff that's obviously alive, especially if you don't specifically use words, you just use emotion, gratitude, and general thought forms or pictures or whatever, and it usually works just fine. Anyway, today's video is going to be about connecting and about remembering that everything, always, every moment ever is always a lesson and an opportunity for growth. So the interesting thing about the way that we are raised and taught in our Western culture is that we think that we always have to be entertained by something. Ooh, blue jay. I wonder if she knows that I'm taping her. I feel like she does. Anyway, that we are always supposed to be entertained by something artificial. And the truth is that if you're ever bored, if you're ever bored, then you're not paying attention. There's something you're not seeing. Like these beautiful little pink flowers. I hope you can see them. I've never noticed them before. Something else having to do with nature and stuff is that I'm finding that if you go and spend time in a nature spot over and over, and if you love it and give it your attention and appreciation, it gets more beautiful, I swear. And that could be a chicken or the egg thing, and it could also be just a fallacy and one of those, I forget what it's called when you look for validation, like selective attention, where if you love something it becomes more beautiful to you. But I kind of think that you're giving an area love, and since love is a vibration of creation and growth and health and stuff, especially human love, because we're this evolved thing that the planet has been trying to make for so many millions of years or whatever, then I think that it's more powerful, and I think that it reflects back to you what you give it. Okay, here's my meditation rock. So I'm going to sit here now because I'm tired of walking. Anyway, so the thing about, let's see, where can I be? There we go. Okay, the thing about never being bored is that if you find yourself bored, then focus on your breath and look around you at what you're experiencing. Even if you're doing something like tying your shoes, there was a time in your life, if you can tie your shoes, then there was a time in your life when you couldn't tie your shoes, and where tying your shoes was the most exciting goal that you had. Same thing with driving a car. I remember when I first got my license and I could drive by myself. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So if you think about those things, and if you think about the fact that every single thing you can do and experience right now, there could be a reality where you wouldn't be able to do and experience those things and you would miss them so much. Like living in the middle of the gray metal city, which I've done, versus being out here. It's so nice to just walk outside and breathe clean air. I mean, even places that are really beautiful, the air might not smell so good and taste so good. It might not be as awesome. So just being appreciative of what you have. And, of course, what that will do, like the last video on your manifestation tips, is bring more awesome stuff to you and make it easier for you to have more things that you specifically are asking for because you're already in the vibration of gratitude. So your experience will keep attuning to more and more things to feel gratitude about. So yeah, I think that's what I have to tell you today. That was kind of discombobulated, but I swear every time I come out here I find more awesome things and it gets more and more beautiful. And the birds are just going nuts this morning, which I love. It's finally warming up here. It's been cold again. So very much looking forward to enjoying some sun and finding a climbing tree, which I'm still on the hunt for. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very well. The moon is waning and it's about to be new. So while it's kind of in this last quarter space, be thinking of things that you want to be getting rid of if you're having a difficult time. I know a lot of people have been wonky the past few days and I've had some weird stuff happen, just inconvenient things. So if you're like that, then perhaps these are kind of wounds being lanced, like, boils being lanced in your energy field, stuff that maybe gets you off track and then you experience it as it's coming out. I know that sometimes happens when you're getting rid of physical toxins. You go through the emotions that were there when you store the toxin, because as the toxin leaves your body, it carries the vibration with it that it was holding. So if you're storing toxins, you're likely not super duper happy, and so those toxins would have a signature of the stresses or thought patterns or emotional patterns that you were going through at the time. Yeah, I think that's what I have for you. So at the new moon, you will set intentions for the next waxing period. If the energy's coming in anyway, you might as well flavor it with something that you want. So right now it's going out, so flavor it with things you don't want that you want to be getting rid of. Okay, anyway, I hope all is well. I hope you guys are having a great beginning of February. Now is a season of love, and some people say Valentine's Day is a mass-produced holiday made by whatever greeting card companies and stuff, and yeah, I think that's true. I mean, if it's so, it's an experience to celebrate something. Why not celebrate everything we possibly can ever? And lovers don't get a holiday just for them except for this one, So that's kind of cool to be able to celebrate love in all its forms. And so when in doubt, go take some construction paper and make cards for all the people that you love, even if you don't have a romantic partner, because why not celebrate love ever? Anyway, hope you're all very well, and I will talk to you again very soon. Go in peace. Have a great day. Enjoy your outside spaces, and don't let it all pass you by. You're here for a reason. So the more you can find your joy, the easier it is to live out your purpose. All right, much love. Bye.